Welcome back, Saints, from a long weekend. I'm Daquan Carlson.
And I'm Jake Ferguson, and this is SFHS Today. In national news, the United States Senate began confirming hearings from the Coney Barrett President Trump's Supreme Court nominee after the sudden death of Ruth Bader Ginsburg on September 18th at the age of 87. She served for 27 years in the Justice Supreme Court.
In local news, coronavirus numbers are increasing in Anoka County. As of Monday, October 12th, there were 7,372 total cases, which forced St. Francis area elementary schools into hybrid learning.
In school news, Student Council is holding a virtual pumpkin carving contest starting October 12th, ending in the 21st. Students can submit a photo of them holding their pumpkin. Send the pumpkin picture to SFHSstudco at gmail.com or direct message to their Facebook. Their Instagram. Voting starts October 22nd and ends on the 25th. The winner will be announced on October 26th, and the top 3 winners will be receiving a free homecoming t-shirt.
Earlier last week, Haley Turner and I got some footage of the NHS induction, which was held last week, Wednesday, October 7th. NHS had to change the format of the ceremony so that parents could attend the ceremony on the football field to accompany safe social distancing.
More school news. While many sports are shutting down, the Fall Play will perform for a small invited audience on Saturday, October 24th.
So what is the name of the show and what is it about?
So we didn't know what was going to be happening this fall, just with COVID and all of the issues. So we decided it was really important to allow our actors and our technicians and our creative community to come together to create a show out of their experience of living through these unprecedented times. And so we have named it the COVID Cabaret, writing and singing our way through a global pandemic. So that is the full title. For short, the COVID Cabaret.
What do you do for the show?
For the show, I am doing acting, and I've also written part of the script.
How do you feel about doing theater during COVID?
I'm excited to get back into theater. I'm excited to get back into the PIC and perform with my friends. It's going to be a bit difficult with having to wear masks and not being able to have a full audience for every performance, but we're going to work through it, and yeah, it's going to be fun.
We thought, let's take this moment to really reflect on what's been happening, and also to let the public sort of understand how this has affected students. This is their perspective. It's the stories in their own voice. And so we just came together. It's called devised theater. So we kind of put the idea out there. We did a lot of improvisation. We had people tell their stories. And then every single person in the cast and the crew contributed to writing this piece. And so we have music. Some people felt like writing songs. We have scenes, we have monologues, and some are very funny and some are very touching and poignant and maybe even difficult to hear. Maybe some of the adults in our world will have a new understanding sort of the effect that this virus has had, not just on everyday activity, but also the lives of young people.
The coronavirus pandemic has changed a lot for everyone in the way we act, but has affected a lot of people's mental health. According to the CDC, symptoms of anxiety disorder and depressive disorder increased considerably in the United States during April through June of 2020 compared to the same period in 2019. Here's reporters Cassie Tope and Abby on mental health during the pandemic.
Do the counselors have anything in store for kids, such as coping things or groups?
Yes, so we will be sending out a student needs assessment very soon, and that will kind of gauge the student body's needs as far as mental health, even academic support and things like that, especially being hybrid right now. I think that this is just new for everybody. So once we have that information, then we can go ahead and prioritize what types of groups or strategies we'll start using. Another thing that we have going on is actually this room. It's not decorated or like changed into the chill room quite yet, but it is usable as our chill room. So for students who are experiencing anxiety or any emotional distress during the school day, this is an option for them to come and just relax for a little bit. We also have a virtual chill room. So like it's a website that has calming activities on it. It could be something simple as listening to like calming music or doing some guided imagery, things like that. So we're trying to provide virtual and in-person opportunities for students to relax and recenter. With COVID, I think that the isolation has been tough for everyone. Right now, I would say that most of the kids that we're seeing right now are just really struggling with like the hybrid distance learning transition and trying to get a hold of that. But I do really anticipate that we will have an upswing in students seeking us out for mental health support very soon, now that we're kind of getting into the swing of things. That's typically how the school year starts off for us, and then it really hits hard with the mental health support. So, but we're here virtually, and for students who need support during the school day, if you're under emotional distress during the school day, we are here in person as well. So we want kids to know that you can still seek us out.
Halloween right around the corner. We have our weekly RQT with Caitlin and I on what some of your favorite scary movies are.
It's the random question thing. Ding.
Caitlin, do you like scary movies?
Yeah, how about you?
Yeah, my favorite's Midsummer. What's yours?
The Purge.
Let's go find out what others are.
Alright.
My favorite scary movie is The Orphan, and it's just like lots of scary plot twists.
I like Christine. I feel like that's a classic, but I also like Sinister. I feel like that one's really, on the edge of your seat scary. So
my favorite scary movie is Paranormal Activity, because that is about like the only movie that actually interests me. That's scary.
Candyman and the old school Halloweens, because they're just kind of creepy.
The scary movie is Annabelle, because I love creepy dolls and how much it scared me.
The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Why is that?
Because it's iconic.
Now on to Adam with sports.
In national news, the Los Angeles Lakers won the NBA Finals in the best 4 of 7 competition with the Miami Heat, after LeBron James was named Finals MVP. With football finally underway this year, we had some of our reporters bring you an update on their season and how everything has been going for them with corona restrictions.
How do you think your team did on Friday?
Well, Friday was definitely a first game experience for a lot of our players, both at the JV and varsity level. A lot of first-time experiences for sophomores, juniors, and even our small senior class. Didn't have a lot of starting varsity experience before the Alexandria game. So that being said, I think it was a learning experience. I think we have kind of set the foundation at a starting point. We want to improve each day and each week from week one.
Okay. How do you guys feel the football game went on Friday?
So the football game, it went all right, Definitely some stuff we could clean up. In the first half, we hung with them pretty well. Defense, we did all right in the first half. I definitely made some mistakes, as well as everybody else. On offense, we moved the ball pretty good. They had some athletes, we had some athletes, and in the second half, I think we all got a little gassed.
How do you feel you and your teammates played the game on Friday?
The first half, we all played together as a team, and we were only down 5 at halftime. And then after that, we fell apart, and they gained the lead, and they held us scoreless.
Hockey is quickly approaching this year, with coaches planning how to play and watch safely. Some of our reporters got the inside scoop.
We'll find out on October 1st what the season will look like. And from there, I'm guessing we're going to have a lot of the mask mandates and locker room cleaning and things like that in place. So I'm guessing, I'm assuming or planning on it probably having some sort of reduction in the season length, but still being able to have a season.
Well, right now we're not allowed to actually have captain's practices, so we're not able to get on the ice unless we're playing with like a different team.
As of now, it sounds like we'll have a section tournament, and we're waiting to have a state tournament approved, so hopefully.
Well, in the summer when we had STP, I thought it was the same as all the other years. We didn't ever really thought COVID was affecting our practices, so I think it won't be that hard.
Guys are on the ice, I think it'll be the same as it's always been. It's probably more so just about things related to locker room and bus rides and being on the bench more than anything. There's two different plans that were proposed by the Coach Association, but the one that I think is going to be most common or possible would be playing the same team twice in 1 week.
Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to check out our Twitter, Instagram, Facebook account, and our website, thesfhscrier.com, for more news. That's all we have for this week, Saints.